There's a new version of Subtitle Edit, which is Subtitle Edit 4.0.1. Now, this update is more of a bug fixes kind of issue, so let's dive into it. So I'm in the official website of Subtitle Edit, nixie.dk, and I'll leave all links in the description below. So I can just see the bug fixes fix the player where we did not have the new updated user interface icons, and then with Purfview where it always requested for an update when you try to use audio to text via Whisper with Purfview selected. There was a constant update that was even if you had everything installed, that is Purfview's Faster Whisper, you'd always get this particular update. And then there are fix keeping colors after restart, fix for using selected text in find replace, fix for live spell check, fix non-UTF encoding in GT. And I believe there is something new where let's see the change log here. Yeah, there is support for import of owner short change file, and then ASS styles sortable is now available. And this new update comes about like 12 days after the official release of Subtitle Edit 4. So let's just click on download as Subtitle Edit. It's going to take us to the releases page on GitHub. I'll just scroll down. I'm going to get this set up. And if you already know how to download and install Subtitle Edit, you can skip this particular section. But if this is your first time, you may get this particular issue. So I'll click on these three dots and then select keep. This is more or less because paying for securities certificates on GitHub probably is a little bit expensive. So sometimes it kind of recognizes that this is not a trustworthy program, but it is. Show more, keep anyway. Once it's there, just click on it, and then it's going to prompt you, do you want to allow this app from an unknown publisher to make changes on to your device? Yes. And then we're actually going to install it. Let me actually minimize this. Accept, click on next, let everything else go. I don't want to create a desktop shortcut. Let me uncheck the other one as well. Click on install. It's optimizing performance, and it should be done in a second. Now this is just the same process of downloading and installing Subtitle Edit. So if you already know this, you can skip, but if this is your first time interacting with Subtitle Edit, you can always watch the video all through. So you can see the changelog. Here it is, but I'll click on next and then select launch Subtitle Edit, click on finish, and from here you can now appreciate the new UI icons here. They're available here, which now corresponds to everything. But this is what I always do with any new fresh install. Go to options, settings, video player, download mpvlib. And what this is that it handles preview text in the video. So if you'd like to kind of see a preview of how your subtitles are going to look like in the video, then that is something I'd recommend. I'll click on OK, and you can now change all these for the preview. That is when your video is in here, what you see as the text in here. So that's okay. I'll click on OK, and then I'll go to video, audio to text via Whisper. Click on download FFmpeg. Yes, let's download that. It's also another small one. That's 100%. And then it's going to prompt you to download Purfview's Faster Whisper. That's kind of like the default. I'll click on yes, and then this is also not big, but what is actually a good size is if you have or if your device supports or has a graphics card, then you may need to download CUDA drivers, and that is what comes next after this. It's actually going to prompt, should be, yeah, there it comes, download CU bilas and CU DNN libs. Click on yes. Now, this is probably somewhere between 500 and like 1 GB size. So it may take you a while to download. So we're actually going to give it some time to download this particular Faster Whisper CUDA. That is the drivers for my graphics card. And then we can come back and continue with this whole process because I want to kind of confirm that the video player selection here is also the same when you go to banning the subtitles to the video. Now, I'll be back in a second once this is done. Now here we are, it's almost done downloading and they are at 100%. Let's just give it a couple of seconds to install. It always gives the not responding issue because this was some huge drivers being installed, so you may get this not responding window, but that is done. And then once that is done, you need to download a Whisper model. So I'm going to go with the base. Let's go with the base, not the base English. Let's go with the base. Click on download, and these are the model.bin, kind of different from what we get with Whisper CPP or Whisper const.me. That is the different engines right here. So this is more or less a small file to download, but it's actually going to save you a lot of time, especially if what type of subtitles you're creating, the English is easily audible and can easily be recognized in this. So it's something I'd recommend. I'd probably go install Whisper CPP, const.me, and Purfview Faster Whisper and try them out. I prefer const.me if I want to do things quickly, because for like a 2-minute 48-second video, it takes me about 5 seconds. It's doing all the other things here. JSON, it's done. And then let's do const.me, a small file here. It's done. And then you do CPP, download, and the engine, Whisper CPP and Whisper const.me share the same models. So we can actually go for base 141 MB, click on download, and this is the ggml -base.bin, and this is a more or less from somebody who has actually made them a little bit better, and they are available on Hugging Face, I believe. They should be on Hugging Face. If I'm not mistaken, the name is G Gardenov or something, but this is what is available in Subtitle Edit. So we just give it a couple of seconds here because I want to see if the same thing applies, that is for the UI icons, if they're also available in the audio to text, that is the banning in subtitles to video. But more or less, this is my drill of when I install any fresh install of Subtitle Edit, what models I download, the engines I download, and so on and so forth, to make things easier for me if I need to do something real quick. Let's close this. Let's look for a video. Open video. So let's use this video. Let's go to video, audio to text Whisper. I'm going to use the const.me. It's going to be fast. Click on generate. This should take like 5 seconds. Should be done in like 5 seconds. And then you go to video, generate video with binding subtitle, and there we have it. The UI icons now reflect right inside here, which is really awesome. You can maximize this to see how your subtitles are going to look like. Minimize it back there, and then, as I mentioned, the good thing with the latest and improved banning preview window is that if you make like a change of the subtitle font, you can actually see it down here as you make that particular change, which was really missing in older versions of Subtitle Edit. So you can actually crank it up and see, okay, does it look good? And then you can maximize to see, okay, does it look good? Do you like it? And so on and so forth. You can also press on escape to get out of the full view. As for fonts, you can also change, click on one, and then just go through them. Let's go with Arial. Let's go with Arial MT. As I mentioned, I wish there's an option to kind of make the text bold from here. Hopefully in future we get that. But that is more or less what everything looks like in the latest update, that is Subtitle Edit 4.01. More or less some bug fixes. And what was the issue was this particular issue, and also audio to text via Whisper. Let's not save changes. Whenever you selected Purfview Faster Whisper, you'd always get a request for a fresh update. So that's it for this video. I hope it's of value to you. Thanks for watching.